I'm Andrew, sport therapist. So we're going to be going through baby get-ups with an optional development of a side stabilisation and a hip thrust. To begin with the baby get-ups, lying on your back, opposite elbow and knee. So my left knee is high at about a 90-degree angle, slightly wider at the feet, slightly a width wider than the shoulder line, and arm out to a 45-degree angle. Initially, I'm just going to practice a little get up, going through the core motion. In through nose, pelvic floor engaged, out through mouth. First part. Stimulate, ready to move on. I'm looking straight up to the ceiling through the alignment of my fingertips. From here, now stimulating, next move, up and through until you're on your elbow. Slowly up through, rotation, pushing off my heel on my bent leg, my glutes engaged, my outer foot is rotated externally, up, and drive through the fingertips, and then back down again, drive through, again, outer thigh engaged, pushing through the heels, drive, shoulder, roll, push through your legs. A lot of the body, not just core. Core engaged first, the rest of the body follows suit. Also a little bit of shoulder. Drive, now my heels, my glutes, my core, this arm, elbow up through. Foot might come off, try and keep it on the floor and stabilise. Next part from here, if you want to develop it, rotation into side stabilisation. You can have it knees on the floor, bend your inside knee to the floor, come on up and relax. And then back down and back into the original position. Or keep it straight, come on up to a side plank and stabilise over the top. And see if we can tease a bit of an inner thigh, releasing the inside leg, even a walk. Fully stabilised. And then finish, drop your arch down, leg back over, ready to the next position. Palm off, come on up, and then relax your left knee to the floor into a half cross leg position. Next point, getting up into a hip thrust. Core engagement, back's nice and straight. Engagement of my hip flexors and my glutes. And then using your core to allow yourself to come up. I'm also going to use my hands as weight resistance to allow me to come forward. There, core's engaged, glutes are in the thighs engaged, coming forward and then into the hip thrust. Engaged, hip flexor on the bent leg, out and stretch, hip flexor and inner thigh on the straight leg, out stretch, and then reverse. Coming back down, very, very slowly, into half seated, palm on the floor, arm goes back over the top, leg at stretch, leg at bent on the left leg. Back down to elbow, and then slowly, core still engaged, rolling, rocking back down onto your back until you're at the beginning position. Repeat on the other side. Bent leg, half point, half pulses, stimulate, core engaged, starting to think about the outer thighs, starting to think about the heels, starting to think about the opposite hand, elbow, palm down. And we're ready, all works together, core first, up onto the elbow, come into a half side stabilisation, or the choice of a full side plank, with the option of an inner thigh stabilisation and walk. hip back down, knee back up, ready for the next position. Palm up, half seated cross position, hands for resistance to balance, core engaged, glutes are thinking about the work, heels are down, hip thrusts, stretching, stabilising, stabilising, back into motion, return back to normal position, seated down, palm around, knee up, elbow down, shoulder down, and finish the job.